In a world where firearms have shaped history, there exists a weapon that has stood the test of time: the shotgun. From its origins as a tool for the elite to its role in shaping nations, join us on a journey through the centuries as we explore the evolution of the shotgun. It was the world's first specialized gun, created for the upper class and designed to shoot birds for sport. But its reputation for reliability and durability led to much greater roles: hunter, protector, and warrior.
This was used for one purpose and one purpose alone, which was to shoot birds. This is a bird hunting gun. Yes, you could use it for rabbits and you could use it for other small game, but it was specifically made as a fowling piece. Noblemen in both Great Britain and the continent used to vie with each other. This was the sport of noblemen, and the sport of kings was to shoot a flying animal out of the air with a lot of pellets that came from the smoothbore of a shotgun. There were books written on the subject. I believe the earliest one is dated 1728. It's called Terraplegia, or the Art of Shooting Flying.
For more than 4 centuries, if a man could afford to own just one weapon, he chose the shotgun. On the frontier or the battlefield, its distinct sound was one of the most frightening ever heard.
You do not necessarily want to go out and kill a deer every day. Without refrigeration, you don't have a way to keep the meat, but you do need to feed your family every day. So the shotgun was the #1 weapon that was used to take care of feeding their family.
Its machinery in motion was the machinery of death, powerful enough to strike fear into the bravest soldier or the meekest outlaw.
It's machinery in motion, and it's the machinery of death in motion, and it sounds like nothing else.
Ease of use and versatility made the shotgun popular, but it was its ability to fire a lethal spray of ammunition with a single pull of the trigger that made it legendary. America's early settlers used shotguns to carve out a life in the New World. Outlaws used them to rob across the western frontier. Soldiers carried them in the trenches of the Western Front.
Immigrants, farmers, ranchers, lawmen, outlaws, military men, Indians, you name it. Just about everybody of some sort would use a shotgun if they could get one. It was the most versatile weapon. If you only had one gun and you had to go west, you would be best served with a double-barreled shotgun.
Handheld smoothbore guns first appeared in Europe during the early 14th century. These were either large muskets or cannon-like weapons, most ineffective against anything other than a stationary target.
They were loaded with pellets, and they were essentially the first sawn-off or riot shotgun, and they were commonly used on ships when they were in battle. They were required use on Her Majesty's naval vessels during the Napoleonic Wars and earlier, because they were so effective against opponents that were in the topsails.
Sometime in the early 15th century, Europe's aristocracy discovered sport shooting. The musket proved awkward for quick aiming, so gun makers produced longer, lighter guns, which allowed for more maneuverability. These were called fowlers.
The elevated rib served as a perfect plane for which to sight and fire at a flying or moving bird. And this elevated rib combined with this little German silver front sight made this a very fine fowling piece indeed, although, as I say, well within the reach of anybody who had any sort of decent employment.
These early shotguns were the first handheld firearms made for a specific purpose, to shoot birds. It wasn't long before fowlers and the sport of shooting were introduced to England by King Charles II.
Probably somebody was out with their falcons, and they said, well, I might as well take along my gun too, you know, and the falcon didn't fly that day, it was sick or something, and the duck flew, or the pheasant or whatever, the grouse or whatever, and the guy shot, and the game fell down, and he said, wait a second, I don't even have to chase the falcon to get it back, you know, this is really good.
Created for the upper class, fowlers soon became available to the masses. They adapted less expensive versions to fit their own more practical needs. Variations of the fowler appeared, such as the blunderbuss, designed not for sport, but for self-protection and war.
Used whenever anybody was lucky enough to get one issued to them, as opposed to a bolt-action 30-06 Springfield, which is a fine weapon at 200 or 300 yards, but an almost useless weapon at 10 or 20. The Germans detested them, they didn't use them, they regarded them as barbaric.
In less than 50 years, the fowler outgrew its origins. The term shotgun was born, and Europeans perfected it. But it was in America that people came to trust their lives to the shotgun.
This is an example of a historical old coach gun, double-barreled, exposed hammers. And these were usually 10-gauge or 12-gauge shotguns. And they were cut down, sawed off, short barrel.
The first British settlers in the New World found the shotgun essential for survival. The Native Americans were amazed by their ability to shoot birds out of the sky. The shotguns of the 17th and 18th centuries were mostly large-caliber, single-barrel, muzzle-loading flintlocks. These multi-purpose guns could handle a variety of ammunition. Improvements in metallurgy and gunpowder led to shorter and lighter guns. Gun makers added a second barrel and trigger to the fowler, a design that would dominate shotgun history. In the late 1800s, Joseph Manon, a Frenchman, revolutionized the shotgun with a break-open design and ammunition-filled cartridges. The shotgun's most celebrated period was during the settling of America's Wild West. It seemed as if everyone carried a double-barrel shotgun. In the wilderness, two barrels almost always proved better than one. The double-barrel shotgun was well suited for short-range defense, its power demonstrated in countless historic encounters.
A shotgun is the most devastating short-range weapon that isn't going to kill you as well. It has been true since the shotgun was created. It's preferable to a submachine gun or anything else in terms of close-range defense.
The pump action was the shape of the future. In the 20th century, the shotgun continued to flourish, its design evolving with technological advancements. From its origins as a plaything for European royalty, the shotgun emerged as an essential tool for the common man on the American frontier. Its versatility, simplicity, and durability have made it the people's choice for over 400 years.
Very popular with burglars and very popular with criminals in general. A sawed-off shotgun was certainly the weapon of choice, I mean, even over a machine gun.
Whether in the hands of a hunter, a soldier, or a lawman, the shotgun has proven its worth time and again. It remains a testament to human ingenuity and the ever-evolving art of weaponry.